Oh, well, obviously we're very excited. You know, in the past I'd received the phone calls about Stephen Kennedy going in the Hall of Fame and Anthony Porche going in the Hall of Fame. So when Coach Clark called and said that I was going in, at first it was kind of a shock, and then the second thing was it was an exciting time, and it's going to be an honor to go in with some of the people that I've known, like Fritz Aaron and Lonnie Qualls, and then also to go in with Jerry Wagner, who was such a good friend. That makes it extra special. Well, I think the biggest thing they provided was an opportunity for a young 26-year-old basketball coach to have an opportunity to start his own program. I know there's not a lot of colleges that would have gone out there on a limb to hire somebody with only 3 years or 4 years college experience. But you know, I'll always be deeply indebted for the University of Ozarks to give me an opportunity to coach, and also deeply indebted to the community of Clarksville to embrace me and my family. And the 11 years that we spent here in Clarksville were some of the best years that I've had in my entire life. Well, I think we were fortunate that when we got here, there was a pretty good nucleus of players. You know, Kenny Knighton was here, Anthony Porche was here, Lee Whitaker was here, Kendall Jackson was here. All those kids were sophomores, and so we were able to take that nucleus and build every year. You know, you take those 3 or 4 kids, and then we were able to add Stephen Kennedy, that ended up being an All-American, and Justin White, and Eric Grant, and James Canty, and you know, within the 3 years, we had a pretty good team. You know, they were a fun team to coach. I tell everybody, you know, it's hard to imagine that, you know, we averaged almost 90 points a game and went over 100 points 8 or 10 times that year, and it was an exciting thing. But the main thing, we were able to go out and get some good players. Well, you know, I think the third year when we beat UCA here. It was Don Dyer's last trip to come to Clarksville before he retired, and we had been so close to beating UCA here and at UCA. But that last year he coached in '93, we beat them, and we beat them pretty handily. And I think that was a really springboard for that team, saying, you know, hey, if we can beat UCA, we're going to have a chance to win the tournament. And back then, whoever won the tournament got the automatic bid to the national tournament. So when we beat UCA late in the season, that was a big game. Then winning the final game at Tech in '93, where it was such a huge crowd there at the Coliseum in Russellville. And it was so fun because there were so many people that made the trip down from Clarksville to see that ball game. And then to go back and win it again in '94, where we were such a big underdog. And but those were some big games. Obviously, winning a game in the national tournament was huge. And then, you know, once we made the decision and started the turnaround from NAI to Division III, when Mississippi College came in here a couple of times, ranked in the top 10 of the Division III, we beat them, and those were big wins when we were in Division III. You know, I think the thing that I was most proud of was that the number of kids that we had come through that graduated and were successful, not only on the floor but off the floor. You know, you look back and Anthony Porche, that's in the Hall of Fame, and Stephen Kennedy, that's in the Hall of Fame. Those are great achievements, but both of those guys graduated with degrees in 4 years, business degrees. Patrick Prater graduated in 4 years, business degree. Ryan Marshall, took him a little bit longer to graduate, but he is a successful high school coach. Ryan Court graduated after going to junior college. He's a successful high school coach. So there's the number of kids that we had come through the program that obtained their degrees and are now successful, that they can look back and feel good about their decisions to come to the University of Ozarks.